Let me do this one again. I gotta edit everything I say now. Fucking annoying. Guys fucking with me while I'm trying to put together my dinner menu. That ain't too smart. He doesn't like that because I cook good. That's his latest fascination, is trying to make my dinner nasty, which is delicious. There hasn't been a cultural revolution in food sciences, in culture, in music, in art, in card design, like the future age, and that's between 1948 and probably 1962. There was massive revolution. Everything was instant. Everything was instant, done on the go. After Flavor Aid, after Kool Aid, things like gelatin or Knox blocks. Could you imagine showing a person from the 1800s a Jello and being like, "Look at this"? They're like, "What is that?" Well, this is an advance on the design of Knox blocks. Knox blocks were clear. They didn't have any color. They had no sugar. You had to put the sugar in, and you could freeze into a gelatin block. Jello molds became popular. Why have fruit cocktail when you can put it in a Jello mold, or you could put whipped cream on your Jello? If that ain't the 1950s, I don't know what is. In 1955, Campbell's Soup Company, in their test kitchen, came up with the advent of the green bean casserole. Is that not genius? In 1955, condensed mushroom soup. I'm using French cut green beans because those are my favorite. Milk, soy sauce, and French's crispy fried onions. It's delicious. That was revolutionary, I'd say. I'll get my French onion soup mix and I'll cut up some potatoes and I'll cover them in French onion soup mix. Instant soul for those potatoes. Fry them with olive oil. Cut up a regular onion too for good measure. Chuck it in there and it takes the potato over the top. Get my steak today. And out of all the millions of ways you can do a steak, you can marinate it for hours in wine, in lime, in lemon pepper, in a gravy, in a spaghetti marinara sauce, in barbecue sauce. You could put um, crushed red pepper flake on it too. Well, why not just cover it in instant ranch flavoring? A ranch mix. You just rip the top off, sprinkle it all over your steak. Instant soul for your steak. Is that not delicious? That's the 1950s and 60s. That would be your typical 50s, 60s dinner with a big tall glass of like strawberry flavor aid. What's more delicious than that? The first time flavor aid you ever had it? Your grandmother ever had it? Oh my god, this is fucking delicious. This is better than water or milk. Yeah. You have a root beer or you could have a flavor aid. Like I said, your dessert typically would be a thing of jello with whipped cream and fruit cocktail in it. You have a little Stepford dinner waiting out. Your husband comes home from the advertising agency, puts his feet up, takes his hat off, takes his coat off, loads his pipe, lays back, reads the paper. Mom's in there with an apron, cooking up a nice a DuPont style 1955 dinner. And you're eating like fucking astronauts, you know? And she did it all in a half an hour. That's some breakneck. That's some breakneck cooking. That's some mother's little helper shit. Why would you have fried potatoes when you can do that? I bet you don't eat like that. If you have a good wife, you do. I've learned to be your wife reluctantly all these years. Now I'm gonna bury your ass. That'd probably be your great grandmother the first time she had Jello. She couldn't believe it. What is this? How do you eat this? You use a fork or spoon? What is that? It defies gravity, Grandma. Some space food. Get up in the morning, you give your kids some Ovaltine. Kids get up, you load them up with some Tang. It's just flavor it. That's not a breakfast drink. That's hyperactivity. I'm waiting on the next generation, the next revolution. Like I said, you can marinate that steak for like 6 hours, maybe more, and it's not gonna have the same flavor as if you just instantly put some ranch mix on top of it in the blink of an eye. That's right. On my radio today, ready, steady, go. I feel the same way. Just like Lennon said, we killed ourselves just so we can make it. And by the time, it was shocking for me to hear that. But I know exactly how he feels. And it's like, you guys were already dead? Wow. You had a lot to fucking give. Kind of makes me wish they found them earlier. They found the Beatles earlier. That's what Lennon said. We killed ourselves just so we could make it. We were already dead. And that just blew my mind. I was like, wow. And they kept going for another 5 to 7 years. So I don't feel so bad. Do you see all that on TV? They know. 32 years ago. Blah, 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 blah. I'm seeing it's like, yep. Thank you. That's some good radio. I need a vacation. That's what I need.